Hello, everyone, and welcome into the very big, very special holiday show. I am Larry Neal.
Hey, and as always, I am the spunky sidekick, Alex Wallace.
And we are the Spoken Token Podcast. Alex, it is our annual, huge holiday Christmas special. We have made it to one of my favorite times of the year, but I have to start, as always, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, just highly caffeinated. That's how I'm doing. It's good. It's good. I'm real good.
So you're prepared to make it through the show?
Woo! Yes. Yes.
Well, we're going to do things a little bit differently this time. We kind of like to, I won't really say let our hair down, because we're probably a little more tense getting this show together than any other show.
And you don't actually have hair to let down.
I got a beard, man.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we do have a beard.
We ain't got to go there. But we like to put on a little bit something special, like to sit back and invoke the old Christmas specials of yore, where we kind of a variety special, where we come out and we share some other talents that you may or may not know that we had. So we're going to have some stories. I know we're going to play some games. We're going to have some very, very special holiday wishes from people I like to dub our Gamily, and that's going to be our gaming family. And see, Alex he's making fun, but he's going to try to, when this catches on, he's going to try to steal it.
Listen.
But no, we've got some really, really cool stuff coming up. We've got some very good friends who have come to help us wish you all who are listening to us a very Merry Christmas and have a very happy holiday. So you're going to hear those interspersed throughout. And Alex, man, what else do you have in store for us that you can share for us right now?
You know what? The only thing that I can promise you is just a whole lot of hilarity. And
pretty good.
Yeah. That's about it. Now, do I know how that hilarity will ensue? Absolutely not.
That's part of what makes it fun.
I just know when you have a really big list and a bunch of prepared things. I think I don't know if I do this like consciously or subconsciously. I actively don't prepare. So I find how do I come as ill prepared as possible?
Oh my goodness. And this one, to be not like Alex said, I mean, I prepare as much as possible as I can for every show. I don't always get to script out every show, but the vast majority of them I do. But this one, man, I turned it up to 15. I've probably spent 25 or 30 hours getting ready for this one.
And I love it. I do. So, but for some reason in my brain, I go, you know what? I'll wing it. And it always goes so well for us when I do.
Well,
so all I can promise you,
it does go.
Yes. So you be prepared, sit back. It's going to be funny. They're going to be, Larry has this image of people in their Christmas sweaters drinking their eggnog.
Sitting around the computer, man.
Yeah, just listening to us. And,
in front of the fireplace.
That's right. And every now and then you're just going to hear this, just me giggling for something ridiculous that makes no sense whatsoever. So, yeah. So I am the lump of coal that for every beautiful gift that Larry gives.
I doubt that. We're looking forward to it. And I guess with that, we are going to get right on into the show if there's nothing else.
Again, ill-prepared. I have nothing else.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas right there, but okay. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Spoken Token Podcast, this time episode 103, our second annual special Christmas episode. Come and celebrate the season with us as we share some of what makes our holidays special. Sit back and relax as we share stories, Christmas memories, and an occasional RPG may even break out. And this time, we ask some of our gaming family to join in and share their holiday wishes with everyone as well. So, sit back with a warm drink, relax, toss another log on the fire, and turn us up as we join our hosts, Alex Wallace and Larry Neal.
And now, holiday greetings from the Spoken Token family to you.
This is Chris.
And Devin, wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season. We hope all of your holiday wishes come true and you are able to play your favorite games with all your favorite people.
Bonus points for being able to win while also playing as your favorite player color.
Now, here's Larry with an original Christmas poem.
There was a stillness. The earth held its breath. For in the sight of all, peace seemed bereft. The diligence of mankind, though destined to progress, had of itself and interpersonal relations made a huge mess. The time has passed for flailing about. Progress to peace was needed. Of that, there was no doubt. Then, to the smallest of the small, the sweetest of the sweet, came the impossible deed, one to be completed by the mighty, but meek. In brilliantly clear night that shone like the day, came a light that was brighter than any other, they say, to be celebrated and lifted in time for deeds impossible to call, moving toward peace, love, and gentleness with nary a fall. On a night like, well, tonight, the chorus came from one and all, that down in a manger lay the heeding to that call. A baby so small and so sweet, every person, every animal, even the king, would love to meet. The story has been told, but it is just the beginning. To take hold of the bad, make it good, turn the losing to winning. No easy task, no easy way, but born to it, celebrated for it, here to stay. So much noise, made so calamitous, so riotous in entry, so elegant and beautiful too. Then comes a voice as one. That voice comes from me and from you. When we sing and enjoy and retell the story, adding our own chapters, leaving memories and instructions, examples of how to go after. With such a coming and then such a going, one wonders as they ponder the why, how such a son came to us, announced by that beautiful night sky. Learn as you can, sit and listen, hold someone's hand. Peace and love to yearn for will come to pass by and by. Focus on the here, the now, the who, the why. Then love on them all, everyone that is seen by the eye. After, know in your heart of hearts that in this you are a part. Make a loud, joyful noise down in the depths of your very heart. And share all that you can. This is all just a start. The joy you make is for you and for me. So go and do so loudly. Not just for one time of year, but all your days through. Live noisily, loudly loving and giving too. If we all say, I give for you and you for me, then we are all a part of this blessed time that started so quietly. And now, our second annual Christmas RPG, A Christmas Peril.
Hey, everybody. I am so excited to bring you round 2 of my world-famous Christmas RPG.
I'm scared.
Yes, you should be. So last year, I, again, in my last-ditch efforts to prepare for this Christmas extravaganza that Larry had put before me, decided to create a Christmas-themed light RPG. And we named it The Blackest Friday. And I had some just ad hoc rules that I put together and made some fun little abilities and gave Larry. Larry had to roll for 4 different stats. He had cheer, constitution, charisma, and crankiness. Cheer corresponds to sort of a spirit. His constitution is stamina. Charisma is speech. Crankiness is physical. So we are going to use Larry's avatar character from the Blackest Friday for this new episode, which I am lovingly calling a Christmas Peril. Oh. You know me, I love those puns. But Larry, since you survived the Blackest Friday, your character gets to level up. So Larry's stats on the last one, he had a 16 cheer, an 8 constitution, a 15 charisma, and a 7 crankiness.
Look at you.
Yes, well, I have it in my notes, and because this is what I found from last year.
That's what I meant.
Yes, exactly. So to level up in my ad hoc rules, you're going to roll a d4, and you're going to choose 2 stats to, you'll roll a d4 twice. So, and then you'll choose 2 stats. You'll say, like, I want to level up cheer. You'll roll the d4, and then you'll add the d4 to your stat. Now, there are tiers here that basically the way that the system works is every encounter, Larry has to roll a d20. If he gets a 1 to a 10, he fails. If he gets an 11 to a 20, he succeeds. A 1 is an automatic failure. A 20 is an automatic success. 7 to 8 on an ability score is a -1 to the roll. 9 to 11 in the ability is a 0. 12 to 13 gets a +1. 14 to 15 a +2, and a 16 to 17 a +3. And it looks like there's a chance I may have to go up and have a +4 if you if you go up in any of your ability scores. So, what are you going to try and level up first?
Oh, that's a good question. I need to call it before I roll it, huh?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's not cool. I guess Constitution for one.
Okay, so Constitution. Larry currently has an 8, which is a -1 to all rolls when dealing with Constitution. What'd you roll?
3.
Okay, so you were adding you're adding 3 to that, which makes your Constitution now 11. Apparently, you had some really good Tums, and your stomach is ready for this. So that puts your modifier score at a 0 instead of a -1. That's great. Yeah. Excellent. All right, what's your next one?
I guess I got to go for that under that same idea with crankiness.
Oh, okay. You're going to build up your crankiness. Okay.
Try to get that physical out of the negative.
Yeah,
man.
Okay. All right, let's see what you got.
Let's roll a 1.
What'd you roll? I can't
4.
see.
I got a 4.
Oh, man, you are ready for your holiday experience.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so you have no negative rolls at this point.
Sweet.
All right, since you've also leveled up, you've received a new passive ability and 2 new special abilities. Your passive ability now is called White Elephant. So once per session, if you would fail a roll, you may bank the fail with me and then re-roll the dice any number of times. Each failure you roll on this re-roll is banked with me as well. So you can keep rolling until you succeed the roll.
Oh, wow.
But every one of the failed rolls are banked with me. And then I get to use them in place of a success later on in the encounter.
In true office gifting fashion.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. You have to work to get the thing you want, but you may make lots of enemies.
There's a whole generation of people that won't know what that
This
means.
is true. Okay, so for those of you who remember last year, Larry's abilities were kill him with kindness, you'll shoot your eye out, Jelly of the Month Club, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, you smell like beef and cheese, Bargain Hunter. His 2 new abilities are Who Stole Christmas and It's Santa, I Know Him. Okay, so after successfully navigating the Blackest Friday and receiving the hottest toy of the season for an unnamed, nephew, you have actually you've survived the Thanksgiving season, and now you, Larry, are the owner of a brand new home.
Oh,
exactly.
I like that.
You're very excited about your new home.
Can I quit now? I like where this one
No.
is at.
You've got to move through the adventure.
Oh.
So, for this new home, you have noticed, though, because you have freshly moved into this new house, you have no Christmas decorations to adorn your new living room. Thank you for that jazzy mouth, nose, siren thing, kind of adding a little bit.
Dun-dun-dun.
It was the dun-dun-dun. Yes, it was very dun-dun-dunny. So you...
Dun-dun-dun.
That's right. Okay, so, all right, your quest is actually 3 different quests.
Whoa.
All right, so you have to find 3 unique special items for your living room. You must find the 6-foot-tall pre-lit Christmas palm tree.
Just 6 feet?
You must find the Hogwarts Express Christmas train. And finally, you must find the monogram Marvel stockings.
Okay.
Now, to find the 6-foot-tall pre-lit Christmas palm tree, you must go to Glow's Home Improvement. To find the Hogwarts Express Christmas train, you must go to Frostco. And then to find the monogrammed Marvel stockings, you must go to Deck the Hallmart. Notice all 3 of my wonderful places of business are puns and like Christmas themed.
Are those in the notes?
Yes, they're in your little notes up. No, they're not in the notes. I have them, but you can have my notes later. Okay. But you can't have the GM's notes. Stop being a podcaster and be a role player.
No, I was trying to role play. I didn't remember where I'm trying to
go.
So
you're going to Glow's Home Improvement or Frostco, like Costco, but Frostco. See what in there? Yep. Or then Deck the Hallmark. That one was kind of a stretch, but I couldn't think of it.
And now, holiday greetings from the Spoken Token family to you.
Hey everyone, my name is David Sieber, former board game retailer, current board game enthusiast. Want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful time with family and friends this season. I hope you get a chance to really reflect and celebrate the reason for the season, the birth of Jesus Christ. Have a happy new year, and may all of your Kickstarters actually arrive on time.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And I know with everything that we're saying and all the stuff that we've done and Alex and I have put together, it's obviously implied that it's our special, but we want to take a moment out of all of this to tell you all directly as well. Have a very, very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Isn't that correct, Mr. Alex?
Yes. I wish you nothing but the best. Joyful time with family, with friends, and a general peace of heart and mind.
Fantastic. And so, we wanted to take the time out to say that because he and I are kind of busily moving like elves back and forth between the scenes, behind the scenes. But we do want to take a moment in this particular segment, he and I, like we did last year, just to stop maybe and share a few of our Christmas memories and just talk a little bit about Christmas. And I know last year we kind of took a track where we maybe asked some questions. And this year, just want to share just some good feelings. And I'm going to start. I know I've probably alliterated to this or talked about this before.
You've alliterated to it?
I know, right? I just, so all of it was made up.
Did you bring back better business?
Man, I have no idea what that was.
It's a bill in Congress.
Right. Thank you. So, but no, I know I've talked about it before because it's something that comes up every year, but why Christmas, in terms of the means, not necessarily the commercialism of it, but just the season, what it means to me, why it's so special. And I know, again, I've said it before, my mom and my dad, they went out of the way, particularly my mother, to make sure that we had just a Christmas feeling, just a Christmas season around the time. And it had a lot to do with a lot of different things. It wasn't just centered on the commercialism. Of course, as kids, we were super excited, that we were going to get all those gifts and stuff, but we knew we were going to see family. We knew we were going to see family. We knew family was coming to see us. It also meant cleaning up. I know how to scrub walls and clean baseboards because Mom was not playing that joke right there at all. You, son, have the hall. Man, the hall looked like it was 4 miles long to a little 7-8-year-old kid. What? Wait, baseboards? Who scrubs baseboards? How you think they get clean, son? Oh, okay, here we go. But all of those things were in preparation. Obviously, for getting ready for Christmas, we knew those were things. The holiday season period was coming from Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's. And then, of course, around Christmas, around this time, just, again, the special feeling, the music that was always playing somewhere in the background, the smells, the things that my mom cooked. I always, at one point, I thought it was maybe she just doing it just to manufacture. It wasn't. It's just that time of year we had those things. That ham and cloves baking in the oven smells a specific way. That turkey smells a specific way. My mother used to make what she called a jam cake. That was, yellow cake, but it had jam in it. No fruit, though. It was just jam, so it would come out really dark. They smell a specific way. My mom would fry fruit pies, and we baked cookies, and we made homemade pizzas with the pizza dough, and we put our own toppings on them. And all those things just have certain smells. Hot cocoa's never far away. Marshmallows, there's always fresh fruit in the house. Never more prominent than at Christmas time, because, them oranges and apples always found their way in the stockings as well on Christmas morning. I don't know why I never put that 2 and 2 together when I was younger. So we always had those things, the walnuts and all of those things sitting out on the countertop and available. And it was just, it was such a heady mix of just stuff, that you just walk into it and you just take it all in. And after a while, obviously being raised that way, it was just normal. So you came to expect it, and then when it came up the next year, it's like, oh yeah, here we are again. But you can grow to appreciate it. So as I've gotten older and been an adult, I've recreated that where it made sense on my own. And I've come to the point where I never really missed it in a sad way, throughout the years with my own families and when those things were going on. There were certain levels we got to. I never was sad about missing it, but now I have such an appreciation for it, though. And what little bit of that I can bring to other people, that I can share with other people, is just huge for me in terms of being able to say, yeah, this is where I came from. And eventually it will get, it'll be my version of what that was. Because I guarantee my parents were just doing what every parent does. They were doing their version of what their parents had done with them, or what they wanted to do or wasn't done. And so I'm thankful for that and grateful for that. And so how about you, man? You're sitting over there looking pretty nostalgic right about now.
Yeah. So I think what's so fun about this is I kind of going back and thinking about these wonderful memories. I am just, this whole flood of nostalgia has hit me. Things that I probably haven't thought about in maybe 25 years.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And you ain't 27. So that's a long time.
But I just, you asked, let's talk Christmas memories, things that, it doesn't even have to have a kind of a connection to anything that you're doing. And so one of the first things that popped in my head, and again, like I said, I haven't thought about this in years, was watching, typically that week before Christmas, CBS, NBC, ABC would always show. Of course, you have your typical Frosty and Rudolph and Herbie the Dentist and Jack Frost and all of those. So they would show those, but they were, in the late 80s. I remember they came out with. You had the night before Christmas. They did a cartoon version of that. But then even
the one with the mice, you mean?
Yeah.
Did you know that's from 1964? I think.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't even realize it was that old.
Yes, it's older than my oldest sister, I believe.
Oh my goodness!
It was what she watched as a little one, and it was gone. You're right, though. It was gone and broadcast for years, and then they brought it back.
Yeah. And so the thing that really struck. So I started traveling down that, and I stopped. When this image popped in my head, and it was the image of 4 singing dried prunes, otherwise affectionately known as the California Raisins. So the California Raisins actually made a special appearance on this 30-minute Christmas special called Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas. And it was these 2 dinosaurs that went to this town and just did these things. And then here comes the California Raisins and Santa hats singing Christmas songs. And I don't even really remember the plot of the movie. I had to Google all of this just to find out even, half of that information.
That is
but
awesome.
what I do remember is that my mother specifically took time out of her evening to sit down on the couch. She would lay at one end, I would lay at the other. We'd put a blanket, we'd share a blanket between the two of us.
Yep.
And we would sit and we would watch that with the Christmas tree. And my dad, and I know last year I talked about Christmas lights. My dad always did an amazing job with Christmas lights, but we'd make sure to turn all the lights off except for the Christmas tree. And we would have the California, or just this little, this thing. Yeah. And I mean, it's not that we did it every year, but we did it enough that, just thinking about it, like how intentional that was to slow down and just everyone put their focus
and connect,
on that one thing. Yeah. And so That's my holiday memory. The good old California raisins, bringing a family together.
I love it. I love it. And all the things that you talked about, too.
And it kind of goes with what you were talking about.
The Christmas specials.
But having the fruit smell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Definitely the fruit, which is just hilarious. Whenever I get apples and oranges in the house now and put them out, I do think about that. No matter what time of year it is, I do. Because that's again, we always had the fruit around, but for whatever reason, it was way more present during Christmas time. But you talk about watching the TV specials, which is fantastic. And yeah, man, with the TV on and the Christmas tree off, it's just a must. When we moved as a child growing up, we moved 82. We moved into the new house that I finished my years with the family, growing up and going on to college from that house. But that house had a real fireplace in it. That's the house with the fireplace in. So that was the first time we got the Christmas tree was right there with the fireplace, which of course to the three men, my two older sisters and myself, was just the best thing ever. Now there was no TV in that room because that room also was a little den area with carpet where the fireplace was, and the other half of that room was the kitchen, tile floor and then the island and the kitchen and stuff. So there was no TV in that room. It was a big bonus room on the other side of the wall, and it shared the fireplace. And we never could figure out why they didn't just open it, because it wasn't open. It was just open to the other side of the room. And it was so funny. I heard my dad talking about it one time and was like, apparently it was supposed to be that way. And I remember him standing there, and I think it was one of those conversations they were having where they didn't think one of the kids could hear him. And he was looking at my mom, and he was like, yeah, we probably should have left that open. And because he was looking at it. And I remember looking, because he was standing in the doorway. And I got up and walked over when they left. And I was like, what was he looking at? And it took me a minute. We were in that house. So we moved in 82, so I was 12, 11. So I was 11, 12 somewhere. And I remember, and then it hit me. He was talking about the fireplace. Yes, you should have left that open. That would have been brilliant. But they didn't do it. So we didn't have a fireplace on that side. But we could still see the tree on the wall. If we looked out the doorway where the tree sat, we could see that it was lit. And again, because of what you just said, and we're going to move on, it didn't matter that the tree wasn't in the room because we were all together. And that's one of my most favorite memories of all of it, really. And that is absolutely the thing that I will take with me forever for the rest of my days. We were all together, and it just felt good to be together. It really did. So watching those specials, which all of them now I own pretty much on Blu-ray, which is pretty awesome. But it's something about catching them on broadcast. It's so funny, man. If I'm rolling through, own it. Own it. Own it. Polar Express, own it. Got it on Blu-ray. Especially, it was on the other night. I sat there and watched it. Because it's something about the commercial breaks and thinking, I got to go get something to do this. And it's just something about it. Plus, I think, too, it's that shared experience.
Yeah.
That you understand everybody else is watching it now, too. So in a way, we're kind of still together. So,
yeah.
Oh, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, hey, we've got the rest of the show to get to, and we still want to be thankful to our sponsors. So we're going to get right back into the show after this word from our sponsors.
We want to thank the sponsors of today's episode, our friends at VanRyder Games.
Creators of award-winning games such as the single-player Hostage Negotiator and the One vs. Many Detective City of Angels.
You can find their full catalog of games, including their graphic novel adventures, at VanRyderGames.com. That's VanRyderGames.com, your FLGS, or wherever you buy your games online. And now, more holiday greetings from the Spoken Token family.
Hey everyone, it's Karl Huber from Pod Studio One. You may know me more as the producer, or maybe the occasional tiebreaker, but probably mostly from being the counselor of Alex and Larry. Seriously though, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and that your new year brings you great joy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Family Christmas.
Family Christmas, Act 1, The Season. Our story starts with a little boy named Marcus McKissick. He lived with his parents, Mary and Hunter, and they loved the winter season. It meant they would have warm things to eat, an inviting fire always in the fireplace, and as much family time as they can get. Marcus was especially fond of laying on the floor by the hearth and playing a game with his father that they had made up together. All this while his mother was never far away, baking wonderful smelling things, and sewing beautiful warm things. This was something that Marcus was thankful for, but he was not quite sure why it happened every year. This year, he would find out. Why does Mom cook so many pies? He wondered as he rolled the dice and decided which route to take. Your mother makes the best pies, son. Didn't you know that? Hunter smiled at his son. Well, yeah, Dad. Everybody knows that. Oh, an ogre. Leave him for me? Sure, son. So, do you know then why she makes so many pies? Marcus thought long and hard. Well, we start eating them as soon as it gets cold outside, and we never run out. She's putting them up for us for all winter? Good guess, but no. Think about it some more and come tell me when you know the reason. There, you have the ogre and I will take the troll. Yeah, that's a good place to stop. Next time, we'll get to the castle and free our ranger. Then your mother can rejoin us. Marcus enthusiastically put up the pieces to the game after carefully marking their current positions and the overall game state. His idea was that they could have an adventure as a family in sessions. He knew his parents were busy with work and he with school, so this was his way of ensuring that they could always play when the time was available to them. So far, they had been playing the same characters for as long as he could remember, and he went from understanding that he loved the game to knowing how much he loved his family. Not bad for a board game. There, he had part of it. He was sure of it. But he needed some more time to work it out. He would answer his father's question. And now, more holiday greetings from our Spoken Token family.
Feliz Navidad. Bon Natale. Joyeux Noel. Merry Christmas and the happiest of next year. From Adrienne Neal, big sister to Larry and big sister to Robert.
And now, back to A Christmas Peril.
All right. So, do you want to go for the palm tree first? Do you want to go for the Hogwarts Express or the monogrammed marble stockings?
Guess I'll go for the tree first.
All right. So, you get into the Larry Mobile and you make your way down to
The old front-wheel drive sleigh.
That's right, to the Glow's Home Improvement. Unlike your Blackest Friday adventure, you actually park with no problem.
Oh, thank
And you
goodness.
are able to walk into Glow's Home Improvement, and you see, right as you walk in, the Christmas decorations are right there in front of you. Everything that you needed,
It's like
wanted.
a fairy tale.
I know. You know, don't you wish all of your adventures were this easy?
Don't I wish Glows really existed?
This is true. If only Glows really existed. So, as you walk up to this Christmas extravaganza explosion of things that you can purchase that you probably don't need, you notice that the beautiful 6-foot-tall pre-lit palm tree Christmas tree that you have been scoping out online isn't there.
Uh-oh.
So you look and you stand and you kind of just what are you going to do, Larry?
Well, I need to find someone to ask them if they have the tree or can order it for me.
Okay, all right. So you're going to just stand around and wait till someone shows up? You're going to go walk around?
Man, I'm walking around.
Okay, so you start walking around.
Looking for a Glows employee.
Okay, so as you walk around, you notice, interestingly enough, you don't see any of the typical Glows employee green and red vests. And you're just kind of seeing a bunch of people sort of just looking around, wandering aimlessly, like they have no direction, no instruction. Occasionally, you'll see somebody with pushing a cart, just kind of like looking around. You see an older couple sort of bickering back and forth. Well, why don't you go find somebody? No, you go find somebody. And so they're sort of fighting, and you could see that like there's this listless attitude. No one really knows what they need or what they want, and there's no one to really direct them. So would you like to continue your search? Do you want to move move to a particular place, switch departments.
Yeah, let me go to the front of the store to
Okay.
where the checkout aisles are.
Oh. And so as you walk up to the front of Glow's Home Improvement, and you actually notice you can't get very close to the checkout lanes because there is one line moving from one open register all the way back to the opening where the opening of the doors, kind of where you walked in, as well as the Christmas decorations. And you can see that there's only one person there, and they are checking people out, and it's not going quick.
Just one person.
Just one person.
Wow. Okay. Let's use Bargain Hunter.
Ah.
And I want to search for, wow, the question is, do I search for?
So, for those of you who don't know, Bargain Hunter ability says it's based on his charisma. You've studied all the store's advertisements. On a success, you know precisely where every item is located and how much it should cost.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Bargain Hunter and try to find this tree.
Okay, so again, you're rolling a d20, trying to get better than a 10. No, not better than a 9.
My charisma.
No, 10. You're 10. You want 10.
Charisma is 15.
Yes, you'll get a +2 to your roll. You rolled a 10, so it is a 12. Yep. So you barely make it. So as you see this line, you instantly remember. You remember that it was in this special aisle. So it wasn't actually in the Christmas decorations. Based on your thought process, on your dutiful research, you remember that it is actually outside in the garden department.
Oh. So I'm headed to the garden department.
Okay. So you walk out into the garden department, and instantly, as you breach the threshold from the Glow's Home Improvement store to the Glow's Home Improvement Garden Center, you feel this chill in the air. It's like they've forgotten to heat this outdoor portion of the store, which, I mean, depending on...
It makes sense.
It's okay. So, and you walk there, and you notice the same thing you noticed on the inside of the store. There's nobody out there. No, there are no Glow's employees. And so you walk to the space in where your 6-foot pre-lit palm Christmas tree should be, and you see this beautiful full color picture of this 6-foot pre-lit palm Christmas tree, and right where it should be, and there in the bay and where it should be, you find nothing except a dry shelf.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. No other employees around out here either.
As you are wondering that to yourself, you hear from behind you, "Hello, sir. How can I help you?"
Well, I'm looking for the beautiful pre-lit 6-foot Christmas palm tree. Do you happen to have any in stock?
So you turn around, and as you turn around, you see a gaunt-looking little teenage boy, no older than 14.
Wow, he didn't sound 14 at all. He sounded like he was about 40.
He obviously can see you are taken aback by his young form and do not connect. It's a glandular issue.
Word.
All right, so you see this young, very weirdly spoken 14-year-old, and how he got a job at Glow's, I don't know, at 14.
He intimidated the interviewer.
It's exactly what he did. It's exactly what he did. "I'm sorry, sir, but we are currently out of stock of the 6-foot pre-lit palm Christmas tree." And you know from your successful bargain hunter roll that this is not the case, because before you left, just nigh 30 minutes prior, the very store had at least 12 in their online stock for that particular store.
So let's flip over to Kill 'em with Kindness.
Oh, kill him with kindness. So this is a cheer roll. On a successful roll, players it allows a player to change another person's mood or get them to do something small that they wouldn't normally do under any other circumstance.
All right. And we are going.
So you're going to roll your cheer. Your cheer is 16, so it's +3.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
a 2.
Oh! Okay, so you must attempt to kill this gentleman with kindness. Now remember, you may use your new ability called White Elephant.
Yeah, nah, I ain't doing
Okay.
it. You made White Elephant because you want to get me in that hole.
But hey, you still have to attempt to sweet talk this guy.
Yeah, so okay. So what's your name? Sir?
Philip.
Okay, Philip. So that's a good strong name, Philip. I like that.
I'm named after my mother.
It's still a good strong name, Philip. I still like the name. Your mom has a good strong name too, Philip. So this is what we're going to say. This is what we're trying to do. We need to get this Christmas tree, this pre-lit palm Christmas tree, and just before I left, Phil, I checked online.
It's Philip.
You mind if I call you Phil?
I do mind.
Okay, we'll okay, Phil. Gotcha.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is I double-checked right before I left, and you guys had a dozen of these listed as in stock at this store online. Is there any way possible that you could see in your heart to go and maybe check your storeroom or in the back for where those trees may be listed?
Sir, there is nothing that you could do or say that would make me want to go to the storeroom currently.
I'm not trying to make you go to the storeroom, Philip. I'm just asking you to do your job.
No. What you do not understand, sir, is that our storeroom is currently the location of the Glow's Home Improvement Christmas party.
Well, that sounds like a good time, Philip.
It does, but unfortunately, my fellow employees did not invite me to the Glow's Home Improvement Christmas party.
Oh, Philip, I can't believe
So
that.
therefore, under no circumstance do I want to go back into the storeroom to get your 6-foot pre-lit palm Christmas tree.
Tell you what, Philip. Tell you what. If I can prove that your coworkers really do want you at that Christmas party, will you go back and check a tree for me?
I think those terms are acceptable.
Very, very good. So
Philip turns and he sulks back to his little perch at the outdoor register and begins to bury his head into his cellular device.
So I have now left to my own devices to try to go and figure out how I can prove to him that his friends want him at the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
His coworkers.
Coworkers.
Clearly, they are not friends.
They are not friends.
Woo. All right.
So what's your next move, big guy?
Well, my next move is I've got to go and find. Let me head toward the back of the store.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find an employee back there.
All right. So you're walking back towards the back of the store. Again, all you are seeing are just lost customers, like people holding PVC pipe, walking around going, I don't know what to do with this. Where do I go? There's one lady just crying in the rug department. Just like, I just want some help. I just want a rug. I just want a rug. Again, not a single Glow's Home Improvement store person to be found. You make your way to a very sketchy hallway that it says the storeroom, but it also is like where the bathrooms are, and it's very like the fluorescent light at the top is out, so it's really dark and scary. And occasionally the bathroom door will sort of flutter open just a crack, and so it'll slowly light the hallway, and the hallway for some reason just looks longer than it should be. And
It sounds longer.
yes, but then you hear this sort of this boom 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 boom.
Sound like some interesting Christmas music. Okay, I'm going to walk towards the thumping club Christmas music. The Club Santa Christmas music.
Okay. Well, so and as you walk down this hallway, it just gets darker and darker, and then you get there. I just wanted to set the narrative scene. So, you open the door and it's kind of, you like open this door and it's like the lights are really dim except for like sort of this red glow and this thumping, and as you open the door, for some reason the fluorescent light behind you fixes. It's really, really bright, and all of the employees, they just like they turn and look at you kind of like raccoons, you know, like they've been found out. And then no one else, like the den that was in the room, the discussion, the happy, the joyfulness just stops immediately, and you still hear that like that thumping techno music, and then the scratch of the record kind of go. It's silent.
I'm looking for Philip's invitation to the company Christmas party.
Oh, Philip, I hate that guy. He's such a weird voice. Oh my gosh, have you seen his complexion? So you just hear all this mumbling around people, and so this sort of burly woman sort of kind of rises up from like this three-legged stool with a solo cup in her hand. Well, sir, what we'd like to tell you is Philip didn't get an invitation. Obviously, you've met him, correct?
Briefly.
Ah! Why would we invite Philip to this Christmas party?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you think that maybe he would be a little less dour if he thought he had some friends? He seems like a nice fellow. He just doesn't think anybody likes him.
All right, roll charisma to see how she takes your logic.
Charisma. 15. Net 20.
Oh, so you don't only succeed, you super succeed, sir. So the stocky woman sort of just, she pauses. I hadn't thought of that. And then you hear this other sort of a younger kid sort of, hey, that, like, this is what Christmas is about. We should have invited Philip.
Yes.
Everyone just kind of, they sit around looking like, well, what do we do now?
So if I can get an invitation to the Christmas party with his name on it, I will take care of it for you.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. Okay. Well, and so so the burly woman sort of just she walks over, she gets a napkin and pulls a Sharpie from her green and red Glows home improvement vest.
Looking over her glasses.
Yes, looking over her glasses
at me while she's writing.
Yes, and she says to Philip,
I can see.
Come to party. And she actually misspells party. It's Partee. And then she hands you the.
Can I get a stamp from the store on it? I see she has a stamp.
Roll charisma
in her pocket. You pull that stamp out and put an official.
Roll charisma. Let's see what she gets.
11.
So 13.
Yep.
So she pauses, waits, takes out the stamp, stamps it on it. It's barely legible. Like she didn't even ink it, but it's there. So there is a level of officialness to it. And then she hands you the napkin.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, says this one guy in the back. I now know what Christmas means.
So I am now making a beeline back to Philip.
Again, you're passing all of these very depressed shoppers. None of them, again, know what to do or where they're going. And so they just look at you because they're like, why does he have renewed purpose? What does he know that we don't know? What are you going to do now?
I'm going to tell everybody Merry Christmas.
Okay. Okay, so you're running down you're George Bailey running down the hall, the aisles of Merry Christmas, building alone. Merry Christmas, Potter. Just everyone is looking at you. Even one old lady goes, she pulls the old Potter line like, yeah, Merry Christmas to you in jail. So she's in a wheelchair being pushed by a lackey. So you get to I did just watch It's a Wonderful Life recently. It's very distinct in my brain. It's fake snowing. What, the little snow globe thing broke, so it's actually snowing on you.
Right. So
Yeah. So you get to fill up. You're huffing and puffing from your holiday realization run down the aisles.
Yes. So, Philip.
Yes.
I have an affair. Before I do this, I'm going to use the Jelly of the Month Club.
Okay, on a success, you are able to convince a person to exchange one thing for a coupon to the Jelly of the Month Club. This may only be used once per session.
Wait, do I want to use it now?
You have the thing he needs.
I do have the thing he needs, so I don't need to do that.
I mean, he might have something else that you don't know.
Let's go with. Let me just try to. Let me do what I'm doing. I won't use Jelly of the Month Club just yet. So, Philip, pursuant to our original agreement.
I don't know what that. I've lost the Philip voice. So wait, he was an old vampire-esque guy.
Broken down vampire.
This is true. Named after his mother, apparently.
Clearly.
So, he's tired of talking, so he just looks at you.
So I found the Christmas party, and it turns out that you were invited to the Christmas party. I have a written invitation with the official store stamp on it to prove it. This will get you in the party. If I get you this, can you please go and get the pre-lit 6-foot beautiful palm Christmas tree?
Just to save continuity, he holds out his hand.
I hand it to him.
Okay. Roll for go ahead and roll. Yeah, roll one more time for charisma.
Charisma.
Mm-hmm. So you get a +2.
16.
Okay, yeah. So he accepts it, no problem. You can see just the sadness in his eyes sort of like melt away, and you sort of you don't know for sure, but you think his heart grew 2 sizes that day.
That's right. And I want to add something else to it, Philip. Just remember, man, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud for all to hear. So when you get in there, you be sure, after you bring me the tree out, start around the Christmas carols and see how wonderful things become.
He contemplates your advice for a second and sort of shrugs it off. And then, what you see though is you see Philip just run. Philip has never run in his life, but he is now running towards the back. And less than 3 minutes later, you see Philip coming with not just one, but 2 6-foot pre-lit palm Christmas trees, one on each shoulder, and he's just sort of bopping along like. He stops at the old lady in the wheelchair and sort of just kisses her on the cheek, and she goes, "Hey, stop it!" And then he just keeps on walking.
Merry Christmas, drafty old savings and loan.
It's the building and loan. Get it right. But and then he puts one of the palm trees on the shelf, hands the other palm tree to you.
Yes.
And then you go and wait in line for 2 hours to pay for your palm tree. But you, sir, have successfully retrieved your 6-foot pre-lit Christmas palm tree.
Oh, man.
All right. So before we go to break, so your next leg of your journey, will you go to the Frostco to find your Hogwarts Express Christmas train, or deck the Hallmart for your Monogram Marvel stockings?
We'll go to Frostco. Let's get that train and put around the tree.
All right. And now, back to Larry with more Family Christmas.
Act 2. Feeling. Marcus went about his household chores during this time of year with a little more expectation than usual. It felt good to be doing the things that made his parents happy without them asking him. He wondered to himself why that was. Why did he think about it more now than at any other time of the year, usually? With no easy answer, he looked around his room, his toys all lined up for inspection, a game he liked to play when he was alone. His tallest toys in the rear, soldiers and robots, and that one plush horse he loved. Next came his smaller robots and the action figures. They always made up the second line. Then came his miniature toys, things his father brought him back from trips, tiny versions of some of his favorite things. The next row was made up of some of his marble collection, and lastly, his prized die-cast cars, from sleek to off-road to fantasy. If it was a ship or a real car, the toy companies made a version of it. Marcus made a point to get his favorites, usually helped by his mother, who always went with him to the movies and the events. She knew just as much about some of them as he did. Marcus took his journal from the desk drawer and adjusted his chair so that he could look out of his window. Opening the curtains, he witnessed the brilliant winter night with its quiet, beautiful snowfall. As always, it gave him comfort. But this time, for the first time, it also inspired him. Settling in with his journal, he read over his notes. He nearly got lost in it all while looking out the window. Snow was falling, smells from the fireplace downstairs and his mother's cooking. He turned the overhead lights off in his freshly cleaned room. His Christmas candle burning on his desk shone brightly. The shade had patterns of holiday items etched directly into it, with colored glass inset to reflect and refract the light. He loved the shifting holiday scene it painted on his ceiling and walls as the light flickered and danced about. The smells, all combined with the sights, conspired to transport him to the best place of all: safety, serenity, and contentment. Wait, perhaps that was it. Now he had another part, another key to the question, and was that much closer to his answer. And now, more holiday greetings from the Spoken Token family.
Hey, Robert Neal here. I had the unparalleled pleasure to be part of the Spoken Token podcast a few times this past year. So I got invited back just to be able to come back and say happy holidays, Merry Christmas to each and every person celebrating and their families. As always, we want to send a big shout out and thank you to our first responders, military members and their families, active duty reservists, National Guardsmen, all of those. But I want to take this opportunity to do a very special shout out and thank you to an under-recognized group of people. Any and every person that majored in animal husbandry in college, okay? You know who you are, but enough of you do this every year that pretty much every college in the Midwest and the South still carries it as a major. So you are standing on the shoulders of giants. You are doing great work. Keep it up for the future generations of America. Thank you and happy holidays.
And now, back to A Christmas Peril.
And we're back for episode 2 of A Christmas Peril.
Wait, what holiday? That's not like Halloween.
All right, well, it's kind of cool. I mean, yeah. So Larry has chosen to get the next thing for his new house Christmas decoration. He's going for the Hogwarts Express Christmas tree, sold only at the Frost Co. Luckily for Larry and his previous adventures, those that were not actually recorded on any previous podcast, Larry was able to gain the item, the Frostco membership card. So he walks in unaccosted to the Frostco. So, Larry, as you look before you, you see
Yes.
the Frostco is actually a giant labyrinth of shelves and products.
Oh, that sounds mythical.
It's very mythical. But unlike the Glow's Home Improvement, you see very kind and nice workers sort of milling about, very focused on their tasks, making sure that everything is straight and organized.
Well, now it doesn't sound real at all.
Organized. It's the Frostco. So straight and organized. And they're getting everything just perfect. And every time a patron takes something off a shelf, there's a Frostco employee just willing there to come and push it forward a little bit, just so it's perfectly.
It's the North Pole.
Yes, it is. This is actually where Santa lives. Okay, so you're at the opening entrance to the labyrinth that is the Frostco. What shall you do, sir?
Well, I mean, we have to go back to the well.
Oh, so now, for those of you who don't know or don't remember, which is probably everybody, Larry can only use every ability that he has once before that ability is gone to him until he's used all other abilities. Then all of the abilities reset, and he can use them again.
With the exception of Jelly in the Month Club.
With the exception, which is you can only use once,
Yeah,
correct?
once, period.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got to go and we got to hunt out this Hogwarts Express.
Christmas train.
Yes,
it's
Christmas
the
train.
special kind that's just a big oval, and it's meant to go right around your Christmas tree.
Right around the Christmas tree base.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So let's do this. Let's start with one of these bright and shining and cheerful Frostco employees.
Absolutely.
And let me walk up to one of them and ask, can you tell me where the Hogwarts Express Christmas train is?
Hello, my name is Jerry, and I am a Frostco employee.
Hi, Jerry.
I would love to help you. So, what are you looking for?
The Hogwarts Christmas Express train.
Now, would that be, are you looking for Harry Potter pajamas? Are you looking for a specific...
No, Jerry, listen to me, brother.
Oh, yes. Well, my name's Jerry, and I am a Frostco employee. How can I help you?
Yeah, Jerry, I'm looking for the Hogwarts Express Christmas train.
Oh.
Not pajamas.
Oh, not pajamas.
Not toys.
Not toys.
The train set.
The train set. Now, we do have, let's see here. So he sort of kind of goes to his back pocket. He pulls out this little device and he types in, a number of characters. And then you see this. Oh, well, I see that we have 4 different items that have the keyword Hogwarts. Now, I have a cheese log that is shaped like a train. I now here have slippers that are also shaped like the Hogwarts Express. Here I have a pressure sprayer called the Hogwash Express. And then finally we have a toy train set called the Hogwarts Express.
Where's the toy train set, Jerry?
Well, that's an interesting question. It seems that it's one of our special buys. You know what? I think we might have moved that just this morning to prepare for the holiday season. Let me go find one of my other fellow Frostco employees. Mary, can you come here, please? And then this other Frostco employee just kind of comes out of nowhere right there. Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm a Frostco employee. How can I help you today?
I'm looking for my sword.
Why are you carrying a sword, Larry?
This is RPG, man. You always have a sword. Can I get +9 to slaughter it? He's way too happy for it. Okay. So, hello, Mary. We are looking for the Hogwarts Express train.
Oh, great. Well, let me look and see if we have that. She pulls out the exact same kind of contraption that Jerry pulled out. She types it up and goes, oh, I see that we have 4 different items that meet that keyword.
I'm looking for the sword.
I don't believe we have a Hogwarts sword. Now, we do have a Hogwash pressure sprayer. We have the Hogwarts Express cheese log. That is a cheese log shaped like the Hogwarts Express. We do have slippers shaped like the Hogwarts Express. And then finally, we have a train set.
Where is the train set, Mary?
Oh, well, let me see here. She clicks it. Oh, I see that this is a special buy. I think we moved those this morning.
Where did you move them?
Well, I honestly, I don't know. And
can you find that out?
Sure. Let me find another Frostco employee. Gary! Hi.
Tell you what, Gary, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yes, sir?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you have these 3 Frosco employees standing there.
I'm not sure it really is 3. Seems like the same person.
But they're standing there just sort of looking at you.
Roger, just changing their wigs. Now I'm Mary. Now I'm Gary.
So, all right, what are you doing next?
Oh my gosh. I'm getting away from Hinkus, Dinkus, and Pinkus, that's for sure.
So as you sort of walk past them, the 3 of them just sort of look a little startled, look at each other. Then they flash this smile, and then they all 3 go their separate ways back to their little sort of busy bee-esque straightening shelves. And in the background, you hear, "Hi, I'm Jerry. I'm a Frosco employee. How can I help you today?"
So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to use Who Stole Christmas.
Who Stole Christmas?
Yep.
So this is based off of crankiness. On a success, you don a Santa's cap and completely fade from view to the public around you. You may interact with other people while remaining undetected by succeeding on a crankiness roll.
Yep, let's do that.
Okay.
So my base crankiness is 11 now.
Yeah, so it's basically 0. It's a straight roll.
So I just need to roll a better than a 10.
Yep.
Oh man, come on, crankiness.
Actually, no, 10 is a fail.
I thought it was 10 and up.
No, it's 1 to 10 is a fail, and then 11 to 19 is a pass.
Oh man.
So, all right, Larry rolled a 10. Do you want to white elephant your 10?
Oh man,
Okay.
I should have used.
All right, well, you have used up Who Stole Christmas.
On a success.
Can't.
Done. Darn it, I should have done. Which was the one I should have done?
All right, you failed that. That's pretty harsh. I like that. Okay, so you attempt to pull out your Christmas hat, and you find out that you actually left your Santa hat in the trunk of your, V8 horse sleigh, whatever you called it earlier. So what are you gonna do now?
It's a really good question.
So you start thinking about what you're doing. You look around, and it almost seems like the shelves are moving and realigning themselves. So you had kind of a destination picked out, and now it seems that as you look down for your Santa hat, you look back up, the layout of the store has actually changed. And then you see Jerry and Mary. It almost like they look like they're meerkats, sort of just staring, looking, and then they just disappear from view. Something strange is afoot at the Frosco.
No, duh.
Oh, hit my microphone.
See? Strange tidings.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. Let me go up to. All right, first and foremost, let me do Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Okay. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right, so this is rolling for crankiness. On a success, you are able to consume any highly processed treat for a +1 to all rolls for the next 10 minutes. You can also traverse any flat surface in your bare feet without penalty.
That's a real interesting gift right there. Those two things go together exactly.
I know.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
6.
Oh, you failed your Die Hard roll too. All right, I tell you what. I will let you re-roll. I think this might be one of those things. This might be a white elephant roll.
You can't make me take white elephant.
Take your white elephant roll.
No.
All right, so you failed your Die Hard check. That's one way to get back to your other.
Fine.
Other
You want me to
abilities.
use white elephant? Fine. I'll use white elephant.
I'm just excited. I just want to see it work.
I know you do. I know you do. Where is white elephant?
All right, so white elephant. So basically, it allows you to do. So you rolled a 6. So I bank the 6.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so I bank the 6. All right, now roll again. So you're using white elephant.
See?
You rolled a 3. Okay, so I bank the 3.
That's terrible.
You can roll again.
Oh, man, this is terrible.
You don't have to roll again.
Done.
Okay, and then so I bank another 6. So white elephant does not save you. Wow, that's real bad. That's real bad. Okay, as you sit trying to figure out what to do, you feel like the shelves are shifting again, but they all shift they coalesce into this one long aisleway, and you see at the end of this aisleway the object of your desire standing on an end cap. You see the Hogwarts Express Christmas train set right dead set in front of you, probably about 100 yards down this newly opened narrow path.
So I am going to head for the Christmas train.
Okay, you begin to walk, and as you walk, the aisles start to close in. And as you walk, and you start to sort of pick up speed. And as you do that, you see the aisles, they're kind of creeping in on you even faster. It's kind of like they don't want you to get this. They want you to find the other things. Because you see on both sides of the aisles these giant vats of cheese balls. And then over here you see giant things of toothpaste. And they're almost screaming out for you, Larry, buy me! Larry, you don't want the thing you came for! Buy me!
Boy, that sounds like another store by a different name.
What are you going to do?
Well, I have to keep moving towards the... let's see, hold on. Let's see. I have with me my pack.
Okay.
I have a... one of those lost my phone tags.
Oh, okay.
So I take that out because I can track its location with my phone.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw it at the display.
Oh, okay. Roll a crankiness. I like this.
I'm going to use...
Oh, you're
you'll
going to
shoot your eye out.
Oh, okay. You'll shoot your eye out. On a success, you can accurately hit a target within a distance of 50 yards from you. I would say you made up that distance.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So roll cheer.
Cheer.
Oh, cheer is... And cheer, you get a +3.
Oh, my gosh. The way I'm rolling right now, don't matter.
8, 11. Oh. You succeed. So as the aisles close in, you fling your little tracker thing at the Hogwarts Express, and it lands perfectly stacked inside. Then and then as that happens, you see so the aisle closes in front of you, but it's not. It's like it was always that way. And you're sort of looking at just this new kind of shelving, and it's nothing but a robe and slippers, but you pull out your phone and you start tracking the Hogwarts Express, and you see it start to move, and it starts slowly at first, but then faster and faster it goes.
Okay, I need to follow it.
Okay, all right. So you begin to follow your little tracking device, and every time you sort of go down an aisle, it when it seems like it's something that you could do, it sort of shuts off, and you're at a dead end.
Okay. So I want to grab another employee.
Okay.
And I want to ask them. I want to use "You smell of beef and cheese."
Oh, okay.
To see if they're what it is they're getting to, and let's roll that first.
Okay.
Which is charisma, which is 15.
Yes.
So +2.
Yep. You roll a 7. Oh my gosh.
All right. You smell of beef and cheese has been used. Anyway,
okay.
so I'm asking them, what is going on with these shifting aisles in the store? Why is it changing?
Hi, my name's Barry, and I'm a Frosco employee. What can I help you with today?
Barry, why the aisle shifting in the store, man?
Oh, well, we found that to keep holiday shoppers here finding the things that they want, it actually helps us to move the shelving around so that they see things that they didn't know that we had. By all means, we are the Frosco. We carry everything from power sprayers to toothpaste to a nice clothing and or robes and slippers. Did we mention we have the lovely cheese log on the shape of the Hogwarts Express?
Yeah, Barry, we did that. Hey, can we stop the shelves from shifting, Barry?
Well, actually, sir, I cannot stop the shelves from shifting, but I can take you to the front of the store if you'd like.
How will it help me, Barry?
I don't know, but that's all I can offer you at the moment.
All right.
Do you want? I mean, you can push him, like roll your charisma to see if you can get some more out of him, or.
Yeah, let's roll charisma and see if I can get some more out of him.
All right.
I need to. Okay, let's roll charisma first. 15, 2. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Can't even take this away from you.
So what I'm looking for, Barry, I want to stop the shelves from moving long enough to pick up the item that I really came for. So I know you have access to do that.
What item would that be, sir?
The Hogwarts Christmas train. Hogwarts Express.
So he pulls out his little pad, types it in. Oh, I see that we have 4 items that match that description of keywords.
It's the one that's the train, Barry.
The train. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it seems that one is up front near our near where we sell our fresh cut, beautifully, wonderfully smelling pizza. Beautifully smelling. Beautiful pizza smells, man.
Okay. Well, I am. Can we stop it from moving long enough for me to get there?
Absolutely. If you'll just follow me, sir. So he kind of so he walks to the side and he sort of like pulls this shampoo bottle off the wall, and the aisleway opens up like a hidden door. And then he takes one step and he's directly in front of the.
It's like IKEA.
Like the food court. And there, so he walks you straight to the food court, and your little ID tag starts going bing, 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 and there. Right there on another small shelf, right in front of the pizza, beautiful smelling pizza place.
The beautifully smelling pizza.
Yeah, is the Hogwarts Christmas train.
Cool. I grab one of those and go get in line to pay for it.
Okay. 3 hours. 3 hours later, you succeed.
Clearly, the least interesting part is the 3 hours standing in line.
That's right. Nothing else can happen.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind visiting a store that did that.
Yeah.
I may never come out. It's pretty cool.
And now, back to Larry with more Family Christmas.
Act 3. The Reason. Marcus, come on down, man. Let's get going. Hunter was bundled up against the cold, but all the work packing the car had him sweating. So he wiped his brow as he used the tone that meant he was ready to go. Marcus bounded down the stairs. The morning was bright. Snow covered the world outside, it seemed, and this gave the neighborhood houses that bright, pure white light only a snow-covered landscape can. I'm here, Dad, and I'm ready. He pulled his coat on over his heavy sweater. What, no toy this year? Hunter asked his son. No, Dad, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm going to help this year, so I figure I won't have time to be playing, he answered resolutely. I think that's a wonderful idea, son. Mary kissed her son the way mothers do when they notice them growing up, and he didn't even protest. Not too grown for a kiss from your mother, I see, Hunter teased his son as he kissed his wife on the cheek. The McKissicks headed out into the brilliant morning's wonderland. The winter birds flitted about from tree to tree, looking for a rare winter meal. The evergreen trees and holly bushes among all the dormant trees stood out in brilliant contrast. Fresh, deep green, and brilliant, life-affirming red. The trees the McKissicks planted when they had moved in had long since grown large enough for decorations. Each year, they added something new to them. The large old-fashioned lights sparkled in the brilliant morning sunlight almost as if they were lit. Wow, it's as nice in the day as it is at night, Marcus exclaimed. Yes, it is, his father agreed. Christmas snow makes everything sparkle just a little brighter, his mother enthused. The family loaded into the car and headed out. Driving into the city on Christmas Eve, brilliant decorations were everywhere to be seen. Marcus peered over the window and saw children playing, mothers walking with their families, and even the animals seemed to be paired off and enjoying one another's company. He took out his notebook and began to write furiously. Right before him there were more answers to the question. Usually at this time, he had his imagination fully into one of his toys and missed most of this drive. But this year, he was paying attention, and he would not miss it. He would be ready to answer the question his father asked him. It was very important, with a lot of meaning beyond just baking. It was about the meaning for the whole season to his entire family. He knew that. What he would know when this was over was what it meant to him personally. Looking in the rearview mirror, Hunter saw his son was engrossed in what he was doing. He tapped his wife and nodded. She flipped her visor mirror down and looked at her child as well. What is he doing? Working on that game? She said under her breath with a smile. No, I don't think so. I've not seen that much determination from him when he's working on a game. This is something else, I believe, he answered. Do you know what? I think I do. He smiled and grabbed her hand. Mary knew that her boys were special. And even though she had to admit she was not sure what was going on right now, it felt good. So she squeezed Hunter's hand back and enjoyed the ride. Marcus saw them holding hands between the seats, and happiness swelled up inside him. He smiled as he made a new entry in his notebook. And now, more holiday greetings from our Spoken Token family.
From Cynthia Wallace, Merry Christmas, everyone!
And now, back to A Christmas Peril.
And we're back with the final installment of A Christmas Peril. So, Larry has gained 2 of his 3 items to deck out his new house. He's got the 6-foot-tall pre-lit palm Christmas tree. He's got the Hogwarts Express Christmas train to go around said tree. Now all he is lacking is the monogram Marvel stockings from Deck the Hallmart. The dreaded Hallmart. This is the one place that you have been dreading the most. You pull into the parking lot, and as you open the door, clouds convalesce over the building, and it starts to rain a little bit. Not like a hard rain, but just a little bit of a drizzle, and then it lightnings, thunder off in the distance, and you can hear these birds, caw, 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 and a shopping cart just sort of rolls unmanned in front of you. But you had to park at the very, very back because obviously it's full.
Well, sure.
Because the Hallmark is always full.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Hallmark if it wasn't always full.
Yes, it's true.
With the rain and the ravens. Yeah, absolutely. Little lightning, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I walk that parking lot as quickly as I possibly can.
Yes.
To get into the Hallmark.
So as you're walking in, a car drives by and it hits on the brakes. And an old woman who looks very vaguely familiar, possibly someone you saw on your last adventure, just sort of like waves just a little bit.
I just speed up and keep walking.
Little Easter egg for everyone else.
I just speed up and keep walking.
Right. So you get into the Hallmark. The greeter, just genuinely a pleasant fellow, says, "Hello, sir."
How's it going?
It's great.
Hey, I am gonna just keep walking past you.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
All right.
The last store got me a little gunshot. All right. So, excuse me. All right, I'm gonna keep walking in, and I'm gonna look for another employee. This is the Hallmark. So no, I'm not going to look for an employee. I'm going to look up and read the department signs, and I'm going to head to the holiday section.
Okay, and you roll. So let's say roll cheer. So it's your 16 plus 3. 6, 9.
Yep.
Okay, you actually don't end up in the holiday section. You get a little confused, and somehow you're in the baby food aisle.
I forgot how to read.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is the baby food aisle, and it smells real bad.
Oh, man.
Real bad.
Oh, that's just not right.
Yeah.
All right, well, then we're going to try that again.
Okay.
Looking for the holiday decorations.
Ooh, 18. All right. So I'm actually going to replace your 18 with a 6 from your white elephant.
Of course you are.
Yes. And so as you are walking towards the holiday section, you actually notice the electronics section. And the glow of the electronics sort of pull you in.
Ooh, do they have a Hay Station 5?
Yes, they. Yes. And you see there is a so there is a Hay Station 5 and an X book and then the Flintendo Fitch But you see that the Haystation 5, there's a little kid playing it, but you can't actually remember why you came into the Hallmark at this point, because all you can focus on is just the luscious, beautiful graphics, kind of reminiscent of the beautiful pizza that you smelled, but in visual form. So you just stand there watching this little kid play the Haystation.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do for this little kid.
Okay.
I am going to do Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Ooh. And that does... Okay, on a success, you roll crankiness. You become completely aware of your surroundings and create an improvised trap from the materials in your vicinity.
Yep. We're going to do that.
So you're rolling crankiness.
What's crankiness?
Your crankiness is a 0.
Oh, yeah.
Straight roll.
Wasn't negative. 19.
19. Okay, so I will. That succeeds.
So I'll make a trap for this kid.
Uh-oh.
That will.
Oh my gosh.
That will.
I don't know if I can condone this.
It's a trap that is going to make him put down the controller.
Okay, so you look around and you find some aux cords and a VHS cleaner, and you fashion this cool little lasso type thing, and you sort of sling it around, and it catches the kid's attention, and he looks off to the left, and you're able to distract him from the Haystation 5. So you get the controller, and as you do, you feel the sort of the haptic feedback, and it just completely enraptures you. And you sit and you just look at this beautiful glow and this stare. And go ahead and roll for Constitution.
Constitution. Oh,
yeah.
You haven't rolled that yet.
No.
Is that a negative?
No, you're at 0. So your Constitution is 11.
Oh, it's 11.
6. Okay, cool. So you just keep playing and playing. You found Ratchet and Clank, and you're just like, it just brings back some great memories.
It would probably be called, something like Blatchet and Jenkins in this universe. We couldn't use the other name because that was copywritten.
That's copywritten. Okay. Yeah. And then you play Fod of Wax or something. But yeah. So all right. Roll for your Constitution again. 7, yeah, and you find another game. It's like MLD the show, and you're just amazed. You have these kids that are lining up. Some just sort of come and some go, and so roll one more time. 16. So you're able to look at your watch and you realize you have been standing in front of the Haystation 5 for almost 4 hours.
Oh man, that ain't right.
And knowing you, because you are keenly aware of the Hallmark, you know that its closing time is in the next 10 minutes.
Hallmark don't close.
Oh, this Hallmark does.
Oh, because Hallmark.
Yeah, well, you went to the one on the wrong side of the town.
Oh man, that ain't cool.
You know, there's always the good Walmart and the bad Walmart. This is the good
Hallmark.
Hallmark. That's right. This is the bad Hallmark.
Oh my goodness.
So you have 10 minutes.
Can I edit that out?
No, probably not.
We put Hallmark over. That's smart. Hallmark.
All right, so you have 10 minutes. What are you going to do?
Let's bust out.
My man, you just might need to run. You might need to run to the.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm the leader. I say when we charge, we're going to do.
All you have left is the Jelly a Month Club and It's Santa, I Know Him.
I've got. Oh, I thought I used them all. Mm-mm. That's the only reason why I used the trap on the kid was to try to use them up.
No.
What does Santa do? Commits a targeted person affiliation with any other person. Okay, fine. I look around and I see a Hallmark employee. I'm going to use it, Santa. I know him.
Okay. So on a success, you roll charisma. You may convince any one target of your personal affiliation with another person.
Yep.
The effect wears off if the target comes into contact with that person.
Okay.
And I still have 2 failures on your white elephant.
Of course you do. That's a 12, sir.
I'll give it to you. All right,
Cool.
so you find this hapless Hallmark employee.
Yep, and I tell him that I know the store manager, not the department manager, not the warehouse manager, not the cashier manager, the store manager. And I'm here looking for these embroidered Marvel stockings. And he told me personally that this individual could help me find them. Just take me to them and I'll take care of it from there. And I am absolutely here from the store manager.
Oh, so you know Tangerine.
I know the store manager, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All you have to do is take me to him.
Okay, man. Like, there's only like 10 minutes left in the time, and okay. So we'll go to the socks. I actually know these socks. I mean, well, they're not really socks; they're stockings. Did you know one of the reasons that the people actually?
Hey, Chad, can we go to the stockings?
My name's not Chad.
You certainly sound like a Chad. Please forgive me.
Oh. Okay. Well, geez. You must know Tangerine because you're kind of a jerk. So, all right. So
Told you, Chad. Told you.
Yeah, again, it's not Chad.
Well, what is your name?
It's
Because you don't have a name tag on.
It's Tad. It's not Chad. It's Tad. And so I would prefer.
Sorry, Tad.
Thank you. All right, so
Following you, sir.
So Tad walks you to the fishing supplies section.
The fishing supply.
Yes, and next to so there's a whole row of stockings that have various animals embroidered on them. So you have the deer stocking, and then you have the Bubba Bass stocking, and then you have the raccoon stocking, and then right next to that is the monogrammed Marvel stocking.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I grab them.
Okay.
And I go to checkout.
Well, no, as you grab the monogrammed Marvel stockings, Tangerine, the store manager, comes with a broom sweeping, and
The store manager of a Walmart would not be sweeping.
this is the Hallmark.
My bad.
Or this is the bad Hallmark.
They might be at the Hallmark.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I
So
stand correct.
so Mr. Tangerine comes up the aisle, and Tad sees Tangerine and says, "Oh, hey, Tangerine, this is your friend here that was looking for these monogrammed socks." Tangerine looks at you and says, "I don't know him.
I just need to check out.
You better check out."
Yep, I'm about to check out. Y'all have a good day.
Okay. It's the most anticlimactic encounter ever.
I wasn't going to stay for that one. Sorry. There was zero chance that I was staying for that one. He went full toot on me over there. He was shaking his head. And I don't want no parts of that smoke, Chief. I'm out.
So you make it to self-checkout and roll for... I want you to pick one of your 4 stats and then roll 3 times. If you're successful in 2 of those 3 times...
Which one, the D4 or D20?
D20.
Oh, okay.
So you pick one of your stats. So I guess cheer would be your best. If you can succeed on 2 of 3 rolls, then I will let you cheer your way out of this because you are in the self-checkout line. Otherwise, it may not be so cheerful.
Well, that's okay. I got all my abilities back now.
No, you still have Jelly the Month Club to use.
I can only use it once per game.
I know, and you haven't used it yet.
Why would that hold up everything? That's not cool. That rule is broke. I need to talk to the designer. If I can only use that one once per game, it shouldn't be holding up.
All right, fair enough. I will give you that.
Yeah, because you got to burn it.
All
That's
right,
not cool.
all right. In the errata.
Version 1.01.
01. Okay.
All right, here we go.
So you have all
cheer.
of your abilities back.
We're going to cheer, though.
All right.
We're going to still got to do the rolls. All right.
Yep. That is a nat 1. I don't even know if you get to roll the rest. That's an automatic failure. Yeah, you in line now.
I'm in the checkout line.
All right. Keep going. You
got 3?
3. There's 1. Okay.
I got to hit this one.
Yep. 17. Okay, so how do you cheer your way out of the checkout line? So as you are in the checkout line, you see Tad and store owner, manager Tangerine sort of walking toward you. Sir.
So is I walk up to an open?
Yeah, so self-checkout.
So self-checkout.
Yeah.
So I start checking out.
Yeah. Sir. Look at me when I talk to you, sir. Sir, Tad. Tad, why are you following me, Tad?
So I'm going to kill him with kindness against Tangerine. Tangerine got a problem.
All right. Sir. So you roll cheer.
We're going to roll cheer. Come on, cheer.
+3.
20.
That's a 20. Okay. All right, you got it.
Tangerine. You know what one of my favorite Christmas movies is?
What?
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud for all to hear. How about you start singing your favorite Christmas song? I'll sing it with you, Tangerine. Just start and I'll go in with you. And we're going to get everybody in the room to sing. Watch what happens. And it's going to be you. Go, Tangerine. I'm waiting for you. You got it.
Are you a Christmas angel? How did you know?
Might be.
My secret dream.
Grab that microphone and sing, Tangerine. Sing for all it's worth.
So Tangerine walks over to one of the booths, like the checkout booths, and grabs the all call and pushes. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, the Christmas angel told me that I should sing, and that is my heart's desire, to sing for you. Okay, so here goes. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
Look how much happiness you brought to everybody, Tangerine. You are the Christmas king.
Hey, I'm a king. I'm a man.
You are the Christmas king. You had a lot of tubes for a dude. I'm just saying.
Tangerine walks up to you, gives you a real big hug.
Merry Christmas, Tangerine.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, Larry, you've successfully achieved gathering all 3 of your special items to decorate your new house. You have your 6-foot-tall, pre-lit palm Christmas tree, your Hogwarts Express Christmas train to go around the tree, and then for the fireplace, you have some nice monogrammed marble stockings. And now, more holiday greetings from the Spoken Token family.
Hey Larry and Alex, this is AJ from VanRyder Games. Just wanted to congratulate you guys on another great year of the podcast. Love what you guys are doing. Love that VanRyder Games can be a part of it in a small way, and look forward to what's to come. Happy holidays to all of you guys and your families. Take care.
And now, back to Larry with more Family Christmas.
Act 4, The Day. After a full day of delivering gifts and meals and pies and receiving the same, the McKissicks arrived home and unloaded their bounty. As Marcus brought in the rest of the wood for the fire, it was Christmas Eve after all, his parents put the finishing touches on settling in for the night. Dinner was cooked and on the table. The pie cooling in the kitchen for dessert smelled wonderful. The ingredients for making Christmas cookies were already on the counter. The family tree? Well, it was just about the best tree in all the land. Marcus would lay under it for hours, marveling at the sights and scents coming from it and dreaming about the presents wrapped with love underneath. First, the family dinner, then cookies, and perhaps, if there was time, a quick game of their special Christmas scenario as a family before off to bed with Marcus. But this year, he had something else to add to the schedule. So, son, you haven't forgotten what I asked, have you? Have you figured it out? Hunter was proud of him. I have, Dad. Can I tell you now? He was eager. Mary came and sat with Hunter, and they looked at their young son and awaited his answer. So, Dad, you asked me why Mom bakes so much. But it's more than that. Because we collect clothes, and she makes clothes. You fix broken things, and every year we give at least as many presents as we have under the tree right now away, all over town. And not just to those we know either. Go on. Hunter was sitting up now. So I started thinking, and I understand why she does it. I know how much her baking makes me feel good, how safe, how loved, how good it tastes. So giving is the first part of the answer. The next part is this, us, the family. People travel from all over to be with each other. Not that we really need anything, because our best memories are tied up in family. You don't really have to bring a gift when you are the gift. Family is one of the best parts of everything we do. And that brings me to the final part. It plays off the previous parts. Being together. Being together is so special because it's here that we find safety, serenity, and contentment. These are the reasons why we give so much as best we can. I would not have been able to put it any other way if I hadn't been old enough to be able to experience it for myself. And now that I have, I want to work to make sure that I feel this way year-round. So I know it's not the things we give or do, but the effort in doing them. Sharing who we are and what we stand for, putting love into action because we do love, not just because we want something in return. Did I get it right? Mary and Hunter wiped the tears from their eyes and both hugged Marcus tightly. Yes, son, you got it absolutely right. Merry Christmas. For those of you who were with us last year, this was written, everything that we've done, the story, the poem, those things are going to be in our in the separate entries. They're not going to be in the show notes. But also Alex's game, just like last year, all of the information that he's got, the rule set, this year's adventure. I can't encourage you guys enough. If you're looking for something original and something fun to do, go and grab those things. We're not charging anything for them. They're free. Go and use them.
Why would we have someone pay for that?
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, people may think we're trying to hawk something. I'm just saying, yeah, no, we're not hawking anything.
Gosh.
Yeah, these things are going to be on our website for free. Guys, go and download. This is the adventures. They are so fun. As you're hearing us, we are laughing. We're having a good time. And also, too, just to let everybody know, if you're unaware, I don't see his thing until we record it.
Do you want to know something special?
What's that?
I have no notes for that.
No, you wrote down the...
Oh, I have all of your ability notes.
Yeah, that's what you would do.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got the ability. I mean, you can write down what this year's 3 things were. Go on and write those down, too.
Oh, okay.
And I would figure anybody who's going to grab this and probably they're probably going to repurpose it, but you never know. So go on and write yours down because yours were good.
You know what? You want something fun? They're already in my notes folder.
There you go. That's cool.
Yay.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
That's a side note that just made me happy.
Yeah.
But seriously, guys, go and get these things. And just, again, Merry Christmas to everybody. We really enjoy putting this one together for you guys and putting it on. And we hope you get a chance to listen to it with your family and enjoy it and enjoy your holidays. So, for the Spoken Token, I am Larry Neal saying Merry Christmas and keep communicating.
And I am Alex Wallace saying Happy New Year and keep playing. This has been the Spoken Token Podcast. If you'd like to interact with us, please contact us through email at thespokentokenpodcast@gmail.com, on Instagram at The Spoken Token Podcast, on Twitter at The Spoken Token, or on Facebook at The Spoken Token Podcast. And you can reach us through our BGG Guild, number 2656.
You are listening to a Pod Studio One Podcast Network podcast. Find more great podcasts at www.podstudio1.com.